welcome back everybody to Klanoa. Gonna run a system check, get back into the game. We're gonna continue along. Yep, we're gonna resume playing. Got everything in this one. Division 1-2, we got everything. I mean, people-wise. 3 we did. 4 I'm a little short, I'm one short, so we're gonna go back through here. Yay! And we're just gonna try and whip through here as quickly as possible in order to pick up the last guy I'm missing, and then I'm not sure if it saves after you pick up the guy or you have to complete the level first. So we're just gonna complete the level just to be safe, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna explore some areas we missed first time around as well. Make sure that that all gets done. The waterfall. It's flowing backwards. We need to make sure that it don't flow backwards no more. Because that's not the right way for most waterfalls to flow. Also, that's horse shit. It's cool. I don't need that anyways, right? Oh, bullshit. Realized I didn't need to go that way. Wonderful. Death. Death for all. Come on, Clanellers. We're gonna go. We're gonna jump. Ears. Yeah, suck it. As I mentioned in the last episode or two, I can't decide if this game was made for children or was made for adults. Because everything about this screams that it was made for, you know, I don't know if the word casual is the right word, because you could say a lot of things are casual. Like, oh, I'm playing Mario, that's a casual game. Or I'm playing, I don't even know. Oh, you're playing, what's it called? Oh, I think I died. Yep, died. I don't even know. There's a lot of games that sort of, you know, you could, oh, well, blah, blah, blah is hardcore. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, with the exception of, like, okay, Counter-Strike, you know, Counter-Strike probably more hardcore fan base than, say, I don't know, a Mario fan base or a Legend of Zelda. I don't know. Bahoo! We want to get up there so we can collect some unnecessary gems. We're also going to learn something nifty right there, which is Gordos, or characters that are Gordo-like, do pop your guys. So you have to keep them away from the guys, those little spiky dudes there. Ahoo. Are you kidding me? That's really the only thing I missed in this grumble. Wahoo. It's definitely made it a different time period that is not. This was before the autosave systems were implemented. Like the game basically said, well, we're gonna give you saves, but you don't have to use them if you don't want to. Also glad that didn't smush me in some way, shape, or form. I do like how they use the, even though this is kind of more like a 2D platformer, they do use a little bit of the third dimension to hide items and, I guess, I don't know if characters is the right word, probably not. Secrets, there we go. That guy's annoying. Yeah. They're so adorable. This reminds me a bit of a game that I'm not going to mention only because I do want to play it at some point, and I kind of want it to be a bit of a surprise, so I'm not going to mention it. Also, that's a game that I feel like if people started to really notice, or maybe they have noticed, I haven't really checked the price on that game in some time, but I feel like if someone were to really notice that game and how good I actually think that game is, I worry that that game would go from being like a $50 game or a $20 game to being like a $1,000 game. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily that rare that it should be a $1,000 game, but I don't think I think it's sort of an uncommon title to the point that I would not be surprised if a game like that went from, say, being like a $20 game or a $40 game to suddenly people wanting that game either because they think it's really good, or it's an underrated gem, or it's an underproduced gem, or what have you. It's a game that my brother bought for me for a Christmas that I'd asked for, just because I looked at the back of the box and was kind of like, hey, that looks kind of cool. And he spent $20 on that thing, and that was easily my favorite game of that Christmas. And I was not anticipating it being my favorite game of that year, because I had two other PlayStation 2 games that I'd gotten. One which was a King Arthur game, which was kind of trash. And then there was also Dark Cloud, which I wasn't a big fan of, because I didn't like the durability mechanic in that game. Also, the really heavy grindiness of that first game it made me just want to play the main character. It didn't make me want to play any of the other side characters. And it could have been because I didn't really use I didn't play the game correctly, quote unquote, and because of that, I ended up losing a lot of upgrade material that I should have had, because I didn't realize that if my weapon broke, it would go all the way down to its base level, which would be for most people a, restart your last save sort of thing, instead of like we'll just keep continuing. Anyways, now that we picked up the last person in that area, we'll continue on to the next area, which I believe this is going to take me back to the forest area. So we're gonna do the second section of the forest area, even though this is listed as 3-1. Thank you, Carl. You're very welcome. Take care. Oh, we're going up. For Birth of the Forest. Nice. Time to jump just right with an A, and a Klanoa can jump way higher than usual. Oh, yeah, just right. As if I haven't had more difficult versions of a spring jump, i.e. Mario. That's going to require an enemy, clearly. This is like the locked door where I have to physically go to the area that's prohibiting my movement, and then coming back. Also, those guys don't appear to be able to be grabbed. So that means throw dude. Grab dude. With the infinitely spawning red guys, I'm not sure I'm gonna need the blue guys. Are you alright? Like the bad guys are up to their usual tricks. You, not bad ones. I'm Klanoa from Bleescale. I'm here to free you. Saved, many thanks. Me, guard of Ganola. Pointy Popey. Yikes. Gonna start the thing for me, yay! All the things. Ah! That annoying brat again. This leaves me no choice. Okay guys, make sure to hide the key to the door somewhere nice and out of sight. Don't just stand there. Nifty. Wow, gondola work. Really? Thanks a lot. Ahead, long trip, be careful. Yes, thanks. So as a side note unrelated to Klanoa, when I'm recording this episode, I just watched the Packers decimate the Cowboys. I just want to say, fuck the Cowboys. I am not a big fan of teams that are sort of teams. I want to say teams like the New York Yankees, which, you know, they don't just win championships. It's their birthright to win championships, which has always driven me nuts about teams like Dallas and that. You know, I live in and around Pittsburgh, and I understand that it's like the pot calling the kettle black because they have 6 championships and have been to 8, you know, 8 Super Bowls. You know, so like, whoops. But like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I live around Pittsburgh that I sort of ignore the fact that you know, Steeler fans, much like I'm sure any local fan base, is going to be a little bit spoiled and feel like this year is going to be their year. Every year's their year, quote unquote. But I don't know. The more you listen to the media, or the more you sort of pay attention to what's, you know, the way that the storylines tend to go, whether you're watching ESPN or one of the local networks, it's just like, okay, I get it. Dallas is one of the biggest TV networks that is not split by another television or another team. Like, you know how New York is split to the Giants and the Jets, so you can root for either the Giants and or the Jets. You don't have to root for both of them. So there are a lot of fan bases that, or a lot of fans that are Jet fans or Giant fans and not both. Whereas in Dallas, you just have Dallas. And for a while you were, you know, aside from the Oilers, which later, you know, was replaced by the Texans, was the only team in Texas. I don't know. I just, there's, they got their assholes full, and they haven't really been back to the championship game / Super Bowl since '95 when they beat the Steelers. So maybe that's a bit of that. Try throwing enemies down below. When you grab an enemy and double jump, you can also throw the enemy below you. Also throw an enemy below you. Try and slam one box below you. Okay. But for me, like, I don't really watch all that much NFL, to be honest. But, like, I just... Like, my main sport's college football. I love college football. I love watching it. I understand, like, we're getting to the point where... We're getting to the point in college football where if you're not one of the programs that have always won a national title, you don't get to play. You don't get to play for one, because ultimately you're not going to have the recruiting that you're going to need to compete for a championship. So you get to be, there are like 1 or 2 teams in each conference that really can say, I can year in and year out attempt to compete for a championship, because at the end of the day, if you're in what used to be the Big 12, Texas, Oklahoma, those are the only people allowed to compete. Now, I know Nebraska used to be in the Big 12. It's a sort of a side point. And Kansas, I believe, has won a national title at some point. But, like, nowadays, it's just like, are you Alabama? Then you don't get to compete for a national title. Are you Ohio State? Then you don't get to compete for a title. Now, I understand the SEC is a little different than that, where, you can be one of like 4 teams. But if you're Tennessee, you're probably never going to compete for another national title. And it's unlikely that a team like even say... It's hard to say that if Auburn will ever be really great again, but, you're behind LSU, Georgia, Alabama, obviously, and then depending if Florida happens to be up that year, and then you also have now Oklahoma and Texas in that conference, so there's another reason why you'll never win a national title, just because they're going to fill a slot one year where you might be really good but not good enough. I don't know. USC's been down for a while now. I keep expecting them to turn it around and start winning, 10, 12 games every season, but they seem to be like tier 2 now, behind like the Alabamas of the world. Horse shit. That was horse shit. Jump, throw, guy. Question is, will Chris fall down? I'm gonna bet he falls down. Good guess, Chris. You kind of did that on purpose, didn't you? Kinda. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of did that on purpose. I didn't intend to do it, but at the same time, like... It was kind of inevitable that I was gonna fuck that up. Particularly as this guy comes in a little bit late first time. And now I'm trying to, yeah, see. Can't just mash the button there, bub. Yeah, I'm surprised I got up there. Gotta move back there, though, in order to flutter up there. Ah, shit. Sort of to recap what I was saying, like, I don't know, I mean, the NFL, it definitely more fair in terms of like, oh, well, it's based on how well you do as a franchise, how well you draft, and sort of the luck of the draft as well plays a factor into that, because, you know, you're gonna have certain guys that look like a can't miss player, and then you're gonna have other times where you have a player who's like, you know, a quarterback or wide receiver that's a can't miss player, and then they turn out to be, you know, worth all the hype. You know, they look like a Hall of Famer coming out of college, and they are a Hall of Famer coming out of college, you know. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So I gotta either go left or I gotta go right, because these guys I can't pick off without another guy to knock them down a peg. Forged that one up, didn't I? Yeah, there you go. I like how they occasionally, like, they give you the little infinitely spawning red dude, and other times they're like, nah, fuck it. Fuck you. So now I need another one to take this guy out. Yep, just short. What a waste. A little short, I think. I might be able to flutter jump that. I don't know. Come on. I, of course, don't need to hit this guy if I don't want to. I'm also like a half a hit away from dying, so I'm gonna have to be kind of careful here. But I feel kind of fucked in the same regard. Yep, ran into him. Unfortunate. What to do, what to do? This guy's got armor, that guy's got armor. I'm wasting a lot of time in this one small section. I'm gonna take the long way, said Chris. That's right. We're gonna completely ignore you fuckers. Klanoa has such weird powers. His power is that he shoots the little beamy thing at these guys, and provided that they're not shielded in some way, causes them to inflate. Which is weird. Let's go! Boy, this is going to be one of those levels that I'm going to do 50 times in order to get the last of the, get all of the, gems. Just kind of feel it. Yeah, like right there would be a great example. I did miss an easy jump. So maybe this isn't going to be nearly as hard as I thought it would be. And that's a straight-on shot. Now it should have been a straight-on shot. Boom. Right there. That wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. I could probably do that in 1 or 2 tries. One or two more tries, I mean. Ay, ay, ay. We're gonna grab you and throw you wherever we need. I'm pretty sure this isn't gonna work unless I do something more. We'll find out though. I plan to go this way anyways. Oh, good. Good. I need a dude there as well. Yahoo! Yahoo! Yeah, like a Smash Brothers-esque game. For the PlayStation characters, which I know already exists. It's known as PlayStation All-Stars. I would definitely have it. I would definitely put Klanoa in. Or maybe not. I don't know. Klanoa would definitely be on my list of characters that I would definitely consider. He might not be a first ballot like original Smash Brothers character. You know, like the original first Smash Brothers for the N64. But he would definitely be, you know, like PlayStation All-Stars Brawl character, you know. I think for PlayStation you'd have to have like... It's a dead-end Klanoa. Huh? Who are you? Chicka-paw. Don't worry. Oh, that only Frolic greeting. Oh, I see. Chicka-paw. We want to go to Granny's place. What? You are after Granny too? No, we're not after her. Good. Ew. Granny's house taken over. Kicked out we were. Very frustrating. Taken over? We're too late. Maybe not yet. We aren't. You going? Dangerous it is. Gunpowder. Wait. Get on. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Save Granny. Hold on now. Hold on. Points kapoi! Wow! Good luck. Two things I want to say about this. First and foremostly, I thought Granny was a Klanoa cat-like character. And second of all, that guy just like caused a piece of wood to hover in the air, and then decided that after saying, we'll just say a magical word, just dumped me into the next stage. Alright, we're gonna move on to the next area, which appears to be the third area in the wood area, which is interesting, which means there's probably 3 areas in each world. Means I gotta come back. The stopped gear. Tree Manson machinery. Oh, what a ride. What a ride is right. Ooh, the piggy! Hey, little piggy. Oh, you're a bomb. I did not realize you were a bomb. Oh, I see. Me stupid. Me understand now. Okay.